In every city, there are people living a life they never truly chose. They wake up early, go to work, smile when necessary, and return home carrying the same silent question. Is this really my life? They dream of something bigger: freedom, success, peace, and a future they can respect. But most people never reach it. Why? Because they keep waiting. Waiting for confidence, waiting for money, waiting for support, waiting for the perfect moment. But the perfect moment rarely comes. And slowly, waiting becomes a habit. A dangerous one. Because after enough waiting, people stop chasing dreams and start defending excuses. This is the story of a young man named Ryan. Ryan was 28. He worked in a small electronics shop in the middle of a crowded city. Every day, he repaired broken phones, old laptops, and damaged watches. The salary was enough to survive, but never enough to grow. Every night, he returned home and asked himself, "Is this all my life will be?" Years ago, Ryan dreamed of starting his own business. Not for luxury, for freedom. Freedom from surviving. Freedom from asking permission. Freedom from regret. He had notebooks full of ideas. But every time he wanted to begin, fear arrived first. What if I fail? What if I lose money? What if people laugh? So he waited, and waiting became his lifestyle. One rainy evening, as he was closing the shop, an old man walked in. In his hand, he carried an old broken watch. "Can you fix this?" he asked. Ryan looked at it. The glass was cracked. The hands had stopped. He sighed. "It would be easier to buy a new one." The old man smiled. "Easier, yes, but not everything valuable can be replaced." He placed the watch carefully on the table. "My father gave me this when I was 19, he said. "He told me, take care of your time, because once it leaves, it never returns." Ryan stayed silent. The old man continued. "He is gone now. This watch is all I have left." Suddenly, it was no longer just a watch. It was memory. It was love. It was time. Ryan nodded. "I'll try." That night, he sat alone in the shop repairing it. Tiny gears, dust, rust. It looked hopeless. Still, he kept working. Hours passed. At midnight, the watch moved. Tick, then again. Tick. Ryan froze. Such a small sound, yet it felt powerful. And in that moment, he realized something painful. He had spent years repairing broken things for others while allowing his own future to remain broken. He whispered, "If I can fix this, maybe I can fix my life too." The next morning, the old man returned. Ryan handed him the watch. When he heard it ticking again, his eyes filled with tears. He smiled and said, "Most people do not fail because they are weak. They fail because they believe there is still plenty of time." Ryan said nothing. The old man looked at him. People wait for the right moment, but life is not waiting. It is moving, every single day. Then he added, "Success rarely comes through one big opportunity. It hides inside small decisions. One risk, one action, one uncomfortable beginning." Before leaving, he placed money on the table. Ryan pushed it back. "No, you already gave me enough." That night, Ryan went home and opened an old notebook. Inside were dreams he had abandoned. He sat quietly, then wrote one sentence on the last page. "Tomorrow, I begin." The next morning, fear returned. What if you fail? What if nobody cares? But this time, Ryan moved first. He created the first page for his online business. Nothing perfect, just a name, a service, a beginning. His hands shook, because beginnings are always uncomfortable. For months, he worked 2 lives. The repair shop by day, his dream by night. He failed often, learned more, wanted to quit many times. But every time, he remembered the watch. Tick, tick, tick. A reminder that time moves whether you act or not. Slowly, small clients became regular customers. Regular customers became trust. Trust became income, and income became proof. 1 year later, Ryan left the shop. Quietly, with savings, with discipline, with self-respect. His boss shook his hand. "You changed," he said. Ryan smiled. "No, I just got tired of staying the same." Years later, his business grew. Not into an empire, into freedom, into stability, into a life he once thought belonged only to other people. And on the wall of his office, he kept that old watch, still ticking, as a reminder. A reminder that success did not begin when money arrived. It began the night he stopped waiting. So if you are listening now, waiting for confidence, waiting for support, waiting for the perfect moment, remember this: the perfect moment does not exist. It is created by action, by discomfort, by choosing movement while fear is still in the room. Because confidence does not come first, action does. And the people you admire most were once ordinary too. The difference is simple. At some point, they stopped waiting. Maybe your future is waiting for you to do the same.